Good morning, happy Monday. If you're coming in, give me a hello. If you're on replay, drop a replay. So magnesium, can this help with muscle cramps? Can this help with muscle soreness? Can this help with migraines? These are all questions that I've had over the last week about magnesium. It seems to be coming up a lot, and probably rightly so, I would say. By the way, if you are coming in, it is a week today until we start our free 5-day kickstart, where we go over how to put a plan together in terms of the food side of things, how to cut through all the myths, debunk everything around perimenopause, premenopause, postmenopause as well, the research around nutrition, training, even supplementation, because you get bombarded with women's health supplements left, right and centre, which have very little research on, and they just hope that it might work, if I'm honest. How to break down nutrition and training into small chunks. So we do 5-minute task each day for you to work on that, to build it. So over the 5 days, you leave with a step-by-step plan done, and a 10-minute workout that you can do even on your busiest, most stressful day. Everyone's got 10 minutes to improve bone density, get stronger, get fitter, and start building that momentum, even around the festive period. So there should be a link around that to join our free 5-day kickstart. But speaking of one supplement that does have good research on, which is magnesium. However, does that mean you need to supplement it? Not necessarily. So it is found generally anyway in beans, legumes, nuts, things like that. Also dairy, yogurt, oats have some, and then it is found in quite a lot of foods like chicken, meats, a bit in lower doses, don't get me wrong, but in those foods as well. Avocado, bananas. So magnesium is naturally found. However, there seems to be a little bit of, I would say, hypotheses and slight tests as well that humans have less magnesium than we kind of once potentially did, and it's kind of becoming well documented. I believe it's the second most common deficiency behind vitamin D now, whether that's linked to soil, whether that's linked to farming practices, whether that's linked to preservation of food now and how long it lasts, who knows, the soil, how clean we are, I have no idea. However, there does seem to be something there. When you look at association, it's only association data between magnesium deficiency and certain conditions, such as like type 2 diabetes, things like that. They all kind of link in, whether that's linked to diet quality or not, who knows. Leafy greens, veg, etc. So what can you? Well, firstly, when you look at some of the research on muscle cramps, yes, magnesium definitely plays a role there. It plays a key role in energy metabolism, cardiovascular metabolism as well, and how you create energy, how your muscle actions move, how your muscles move as well, which can all, lactic acid, you name it, how it all impacts not only our performance, but our perceived exertion of the performance, but also potentially our recovery after as well. But going back to that, there's many ways in this is very relevant, in that, number one, if you get muscle cramps or weak bladder, or you get up in the night for a week, magnesium may help. Like, it may help. Probably a supplementation may be beneficial for that. But like I said, you can get it from a lot of foods with that as well. Number two, if you consider muscle soreness, there does seem to be some research on DOMS, so delayed muscle onset soreness, delayed onset muscle soreness, which is where you maybe do an exercise session, especially if you're coming back into exercise, you haven't exercised in a while, you do something new, a bit different. It may help with that as well. It may even help with performance as well. Some of the evidence shows that as well, that people's performance improved, but also people's recovery improved. And if you recover better, you want to do it again, you feel better. So sometimes it's quite interesting how recovery is so linked to our nutrition. So it can help, yes. It can help with this migraines as well. There is some evidence around migraines. And again, if you then relate this to around menopause, which will be going around in the 5-day kickstart, people often talk about migraines, people often talk about cramps, muscle cramps, soreness in muscle. And then you throw in around, this is purely hypothesis, by the way. We have some people who have had chronic fatigue syndrome and have CFS, and it's hypothesizing here, right? That became muscle soreness, they get soreness, tired. If that helps, even 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, could that be a way of getting moving and getting exercise and building that momentum in? Who knows? These are all hypotheses. But in short, magnesium, probably look to try and get a lot more from your diet as well. But if, as I say, it's quite controversial whether we're getting enough, even in the foods these days, where a magnesium supplement may be beneficial with that. Anyway, I hope that helps. Have an awesome Monday. Control what you can, not what you wish you can. And if you're coming in with the 5-day kickstart, we're going to be delving into this stuff in a lot more detail, debunking, going into the left, right, and centre. So if you want that, I'll put the link around. We start next Monday. All you need is 10 minutes a day, and we are good to go. All from home, no equipment. Let's rock and roll. And I'll